world, my name is Ashley Collins, aka the Onto Dragons. So this week is Fight Week, y'all, and I have one of the main events. Please introduce us to yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tristan McGraw. I'll be the main event this Saturday night against Landon Amsbury, fighting for the 135 bantamweight title.
Is that your real last name, McGraw?
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's so lucky.
Yeah, the nickname flows with me. It was born to be my name.
Right? Okay, so can you please, obviously the cliche question, what got you into MMA?
Oh, well, I guess a couple things. Growing up, I was always getting into little scraps at school, and I always kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed the respect I got from it, and I enjoyed just the act of doing it. Um, and as I was growing up, though, I always thought that you had to be like a really big, like action figure looking guy to fight. And it wasn't until I saw Nate Diaz beat up Jim Miller back in the day, and I was like, man, this skinny little fat dude is like kicking ass right now. I was like, damn, if he could do it, I think I could do it. And it wasn't until years and years later that I actually entered my first gym, but that one really like sparked an interest, within myself, and I started, doing my own little researches and stuff on how to pursue it. But it wasn't until years later that I finally entered my first gym.
Cool, cool, cool. What is your diet?
Um, I mean, I wouldn't say I really have a specific diet. I always eat really clean. Um, Either in a fight camp or outside of fight camp, I always eat pretty clean. I don't think I follow a particular diet, but I don't eat, fast food places. I don't eat fried stuff. Yeah, I pretty much just try to eat as healthy as I can. Get my proteins, my carbs, and my fats in every meal. But yeah, just no bullshit really. I don't eat anything that's too bad for me.
So what's that like during Thanksgiving, though?
I mean, I guess I get usually when I'm at a Thanksgiving table, there's like tons of food, so I really get to kind of pick and choose. I mean, I'm not like so strict on myself that like I'm like 100% on it all the time, but I usually eat pretty healthy, even during outside of fight camps or whatever. And I'm always training, pretty much 7 days a week, so I can get away with eating pretty crappy and still stay in good health. So even Thanksgiving, I still choose the right the right things to eat during that time.
Good discipline. I like that. I dig that. So you're the only fighter representing Gainesville right now.
That's what it seems. I think there's a couple guys that have competed, but nobody is consistent or doing as well as I am, I think.
Oh.
I know a bunch of new gyms have been opening up around town, so maybe we'll see a difference in that. I'd like to see Gainesville come up, but right now I feel like I'm the one who's putting Gainesville on the map when it comes to MMA wise. I know we have some boxers out here, so maybe more towards the MMA. I think I'm the only guy who's really representing. So
And then you're also number two in the state right now.
yes, I am going for number one. I'm coming.
So how do you stay? This is probably a stupid question, but how do you stay humble?
Well, my coach, Kai Falls, he definitely humbles me every day. And just, I get checked every day. I see a lot of fighters that kind of have yes men in their corners and kind of
Mhm.
make me feel good and stuff. And my coach is kind of the opposite, like if he gives you a compliment, you really earned that compliment. So I'm not getting my head blown up. He keeps me pretty in check. I like to think I'm very confident. But yeah, I don't like talking shit to people. I don't like doing any of that. I feel like I let my fighting speak for itself. So I feel like I just keep
Mm.
training, keep getting humbled in the gym. So it keeps me down to earth. You know what I'm saying?
So as you're training right now, present tense, leading up to Saturday, what are you mainly focusing on?
This last week we've been kind of taking it a little easier. I'm cutting out the last little few pounds of weight before fight night. So really just kind of dialing stuff in, nothing, not really learning anything new, just kind of sharpening up, game plan, going over offensive stuff and defensive stuff, whether it's striking or grappling or whatever. Just kind of staying sharp rather than having hard workouts.
Mm. That makes sense. That makes sense. You skateboard?
Oh yeah, I mean, not as much as I used to. I mean, I grew up skateboarding, and I can still go to a park and like hit tray flips and do everything I want. But it made me slow down since I started fighting. So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to get injured all the time. Because And I don't do anything crazy, but yeah, I love skateboarding. I've been skateboarding my whole life. I don't do it as often as I would like to, just because I'm always training. But I mean, I can. It's like riding a bike for me. I can always go to the skate park and hit tray flips and hit grinds or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, big time. I feel
So
like
that
too,
helps with
for any skateboarders listening, it's a good way to get into martial arts too, because I feel like my balance is superb because of all the skateboarding I've done, and I can, guys try to, grab me by my leg, I can hop around on one foot the whole nine. So I definitely think that helps translate to fighting because of all my balance that I've gained through skateboarding my whole life.
That's so cool. Okay. Um, you also train people yourself as an instructor.
Yes, so I'm a personal trainer at a gym here in Gainesville called Zen Fitness. Shout out to Carly SC. Shout out to Zen Fitness. That's where I usually work. It's like that's how I make, all my money really. I have a couple like kickboxing clients that I do on the side. So if anybody in the Gainesville area wants to learn how to kickbox, hit me up. Shout out to your boy. But yeah, that's what I do for a living. I'm a personal trainer at Zen Fitness, and then I'll do personal training at like houses with kickboxing, or I'll go to West End and I can train people there.
So as an instructor, do you prefer to train adults or children?
Um, I like to train
And when,
adults.
when I say children, I mean under 18.
Yeah. I guess adults more. I have trained kids. Um, some kids are better than others when it comes to learning.
Yeah.
I try to teach them, real stuff, but keep them honest and keep them doing it. I try to make it in a fun environment. But some kids are really on it and they really want to learn, and other kids are not, and they're staring off into space. And I'll get them for like 10 seconds. They'll do it right, and then they'll look around. So I'm more of an adult because they want to be there. Sometimes the kids are just there because of the parents.
Yeah.
Some of them do like it, but mostly adults. If they're paying me to do it, they want to be there, so they actually want to learn. So I think that's the biggest difference with that.
So you also have a million tattoos.
Yeah, I got a couple. I'm growing.
What was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo. Oh man, I have two of them on my hands, and I have a really shitty little T on my chest that you can barely see. I was like 13 maybe, and this guy that I knew, he made his own tattoo gun, and it was an electric toothbrush with a needle in it, and he was like, "Yo, man, I have a tattoo gun," and I was a little badass little kid, so I was like, "Hell yeah, dude! Like, let's give me some tattoos." And so they're pretty silly, but I like them. They remind me of times of my life, especially when I was a little heathen. I can look back and laugh at that. Yeah. So my first one, my chest, I was about 13, and I got two fours on my hands, like a couple days later.
So you also hunt?
No.
No, just kidding. No, just kidding. You don't hunt. Just kidding.
I've hunted before, but I'm not like a hunter or anything like that. I would rather hunt to get my food than like, all the farm factory stuff. But no, I wouldn't say I'm a hunter or anything like that.
Cool, cool. Okay. So with Halloween coming up, let's get a little nostalgic.
Okay.
Because as adults, we really don't dress up anymore. So growing up, what was your favorite Halloween costume?
I wouldn't say my favorite, but the year round, what I would usually be, because it's cheap and easy, was I would be a zombie skateboarder. So I'd have a little bit of a zombie face paint or something, and then me and my buddies would ride around with our skateboards, and we were zombies, and that was the go-to most years was zombie. I think I was a pimp one year when I was like in like grade or something like that, but mostly the zombie skater was the move.
So if you could be, let's say that we're in a Marvel Cinematic World, would you rather be a hero in this world or a villain?
Oof. I mean, I guess everybody wants to be a hero, unless I guess you could be the villain at the start of the movie, and by the end, everybody realizes that what you were saying was correct, and that you're really the anti-hero in the whole thing. I could see myself being that guy, but in the general Marvel universe, I want to be a superhero. I want to be the good guy everybody likes. But I guess in the real world, if you could be the villain at the start, and then people realize the things that you're saying are accurate, and you're not actually this big bad guy, then maybe that'd be the route to go.
That's really, I feel like that's deeper than what you realize. Okay, so I don't know if you saw this, but a bunch of influencers are trying to create their own UFC, trying to get away from Dana White.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on that?
Shit, I'm all for it. I think guys are getting paid in other places now. Like I hear Bellator is really taking care of guys. ONE FC is taking care of guys. I think UFC is a is a badass company that if they do take you on, they would take care of you for the most part. Do I
Mhm.
think they're going to take care of you as well as you think? Probably not. I think you really have to, climb the ladder to get to where you're really getting taken care of. But I think they have the money to do things like that. But they're just not. So I'm all for other people wanting to start their own organizations if they can really take off and pay the fighters. We're in there fighting, beating the shit out of each other. Especially as an amateur right now, these guys that you're gonna watch this Saturday, we're not getting paid. We may get like $100 or something for selling tickets, but that's it. We're really doing this for the exposure, for the experience.
Mhm.
So I respect all these guys, whether they suck or not. We're all trying. We're not getting paid, so everybody should remember that and buy tickets. Buy tickets to Saturday.
And then tell me who you think the top 5 fighters of all time are. You're not allowed to say Muhammad Ali.
Oh, the 5 fighters of all time.
Don't say Muhammad Ali.
Not without Muhammad Ali. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. I guess I have. Are we talking like fighters in general, boxers included, or
Boxers included, yes.
boxers included? Ooh, man, I guess I haven't really thought of this list before. I guess Mike Tyson will have to be on there.
Oh yeah.
He just got knocked out, but I think Giorgio Petrosian should be up there.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
uh, that's two. We're looking for five here. I gotta think here. I think GSP, George St. Pierre, and Khabib should be up there. So that's
Oh
four.
yeah, Khabib, yeah.
He'd definitely be up there. And I guess it'd be a tie between man, I got a tie for my fifth. It'd be three guys. It'd either be Fedor Emelianenko, Anderson Silva, or Demetrius Johnson. I think those guys are legends and they don't get enough respect. Fedor's still fighting for some reason. Hopefully he doesn't tarnish his legacy, but that guy was probably one of the most best, well-rounded MMA guys ever, especially for the generation he was fighting. And he was knocking dudes out. He was grappling dudes. He was smitting dudes. Like probably the GOAT right there.
Word. Okay, so quick draw McGraw. Where can we like you, stalk you, follow you, all that fun stuff?
Hit me up. I mostly just have Instagram. I got a Facebook, but hit me up on Instagram. Quickdraw underscore McGraw 44. That's quickdraw underscore McGraw 44. Hit me up.
Why 44?
That's my number. We'll save that topic for another day.
Okay. I would love to have you back on.
Yeah, let me know. This is fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm also doing post-fight interviews, so
I guess I'll see you Saturday then, or Friday.
Yeah. Oh, last question, and then I'll let you go. So the popular Bruce Lee quote: "One should know how to flow like water."
Right.
How do you think that relates to your fight life?
I guess just to be able, like you said, just to kind of flow. Like when I look at my everyday, I train 2 times a day every day. So if I was sick or too kind of tight and not wanting to do anything, I would get caught up on the edges, So I guess with my life, I'm flowing through all my training. I'm flowing through these fights. So I just keep going, just keep moving forward. I don't get caught up in a glass. I keep flowing like a waterfall rather than getting poured into a glass, I'd feel like. So I don't get caught up. I just keep flowing. I just keep going.
Wow, that was really deep.
Don't let that go over your head. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Tristan, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and we will see you on Saturday.
Awesome. Thanks, Ashley.